Real Madrid have just completed one of the biggest transfers in their history. Yan Diomande has joined from RB Leipzig for a guaranteed €125 million, making him the second most expensive signing in Real Madrid history. But there's a twist. The deal includes add-ons that could take the total package to €140 million. If those bonuses are fully triggered, Diomande would become the most expensive player Real Madrid have ever signed. But who currently sits at the top? And which other superstars make the list? From Cristiano Ronaldo to Jude Bellingham, here are Real Madrid's 10 most expensive signings ever. 10. Luka Jović, €63 million. Starting at number 10 is Luka Jović. Real Madrid signed the Serbian striker from Eintracht Frankfurt in 2019 for around €63 million. Jović had established himself as one of Europe's most promising young forwards, but his move to Madrid never reached the expected heights. He struggled for regular playing time and goals before eventually leaving the club. 9. Kaká, €67 million. At number 9 is Brazilian legend Kaká. Real Madrid signed the Ballon d'Or winner from AC Milan in 2009 for approximately €67 million. He arrived as one of the biggest stars in world football, but persistent injuries prevented him from reaching his best level in Madrid. Even so, Kaká won La Liga and other trophies during his 4 seasons at the club. 8. James Rodríguez, €75 million. Number 8 is James Rodríguez. Following his outstanding performance at the 2014 World Cup, the Colombian joined Real Madrid from Monaco for around €75 million. James immediately became a fan favorite, producing spectacular goals and assists. However, competition for places eventually reduced his role, and his time at Madrid ultimately came to an end. 7. Zinedine Zidane, €77.5 million. At number 7 is one of the greatest players ever to wear the famous white shirt, Zinedine Zidane. Real Madrid paid Juventus around €77.5 million for the French superstar in 2001. Zidane became the face of the Galacticos era and delivered one of the greatest moments in Champions League history, scoring that unforgettable volley against Bayer Leverkusen in the 2002 final. 6. Aurélien Tchouaméni, €80 million. 6th is Aurélien Tchouaméni. Real Madrid signed the French midfielder from Monaco in 2022 for around €80 million. He was brought in as part of the club's long-term midfield rebuild, taking on the responsibility of becoming one of the team's defensive midfield leaders following Casemiro's departure. 5. Cristiano Ronaldo, €94 million. At number 5 is Cristiano Ronaldo. Real Madrid paid Manchester United €94 million for the Portuguese superstar in 2009. What followed was one of the greatest individual periods in football history. Ronaldo scored an incredible 450 goals in 438 appearances for Madrid, becoming the club's all-time leading scorer and winning 4 Champions League titles. 4. Gareth Bale, €101 million. Number 4 is Gareth Bale. Real Madrid signed the Welsh winger from Tottenham in 2013 for around €101 million. Bale became a key figure during Madrid's golden era, producing unforgettable moments on the biggest stage. His goals in Champions League finals against Atletico Madrid and Liverpool helped cement his place in Real Madrid history, and he ultimately won 5 Champions League titles with the club. 3. Eden Hazard, €120.8 million. At number 3 is Eden Hazard. Real Madrid signed the Belgian superstar from Chelsea in 2019 for a deal that ultimately reached around €120.8 million. Hazard arrived after becoming one of the Premier League's best players, but injuries badly disrupted his Madrid career. Despite winning major trophies, he never reached the level expected from such an expensive signing. 2. Yan Diomande, €125 million. Second is Real Madrid's latest blockbuster signing, Yan Diomande. The Ivorian winger has joined from RB Leipzig for a guaranteed €125 million, putting him just €2 million behind the current record. But Diomande could soon move to number 1. His deal reportedly includes add-ons that could take the total to €140 million. If those bonuses are achieved, he would overtake Jude Bellingham and become the most expensive signing in Real Madrid history. 1. Jude Bellingham, €127 million. And at number 1, based on the guaranteed fee, is Jude Bellingham. Real Madrid signed the English midfielder from Borussia Dortmund in 2023 for €127 million. Bellingham made an immediate impact, becoming one of Madrid's most important players in his first season and helping the club win both La Liga and the Champions League. But his record could be short-lived. If Diomande reaches all his add-ons, the Ivorian could take the crown with a €140 million total package. So, who do you think is Real Madrid's best ever signing for the money? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoy football rankings, transfer stories and the biggest moments in the game, subscribe for more.